YouTube. Okay, we're live. We're live. Okay, we're tuned into the Power of Ownership podcast. This is your host, Brandon B. Dixon. And I got my guest host, Stephen Contreras, as well.
Hey guys, how are you doing?
Yes. So we'll let a few people come in the room. Okay, they go to notification that we're live, so people are being notified right now. Um, Instead of rushing right into it, let's let the people get into the room first. And I want to get some likes, man. I want to get some likes and some hearts, and some viewers first, because what's happening is we're just talking about it all off air. Is that our audio audience is way bigger than the visual audience. So if you're watching, we need the hearts, we need the likes, we need all of that stuff to gain, traction on the visual side. Audio, I know y'all love listening to us, but we need some people watching us too on a Sunday afternoon. Watch with your kids or watch, get your motivation on for the week. So if you're watching us, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the heart button, hit the comments, so on and so forth, and we're gonna go from there. But let's go ahead and start it off. The Power of Ownership podcast. My name is Brandon B. Dixon. I'm a published author, serial entrepreneur, mortgage broker. My book, Sales: The Nucleus of Any Profession, is out right now. Let me drop the branding. Go ahead and get that. It's on Amazon, Barnes and Noble's a good read. A lot of people been telling me they could read it within a day or so, a weekend. So it's not that heavily, not a heavy read, but it's an informative read. You're gonna get some nuggets from it. My website, let's go ahead and start with the website, hocmortgage.com. Now's a good time right now to go ahead and get a mortgage, to go ahead and get those investment properties, to go ahead and get those second home, beach homes. We kind of do it all right now. If you're not investing right now while the economy is down, you're crazy. Now's the time to go ahead and get everything while the inventory is cheap. Interest rates are cheap, and to lock in right now. As we spoke, I got 2 or 3 contracts that just came in on the phone. So people are buying like crazy. It's a feeding frenzy right now. www.hocmortgage.com. Like I said, there's going to be 3 type of people that's being made from this epidemic, this pandemic. There'll be billionaires, millionaires, and witnesses. Which one will you be? So 3 type of people. That's it. Also, www.billionaireloanofficer.com. You want to learn about sales, the loan business, motivational stuff, whatever. We're ready to go. I'm ready to go. Oh, you want Stephen Contreras and I to come as a package to teach at your, business seminar, your next meeting, your Zoom meeting, whatever. We're willing to do it. Go to www.billionaireloanofficer.com. Also, you can call me 24/7. Call me 832-775-8357. I'm available. At Billionaire Loan Officer on all social media, Instagram, Facebook, so on and so forth. My Facebook needs more likes. My Facebook is at capacity at 5,000 friends, but you always can follow me. Let's keep it going. And last but not least, hit the Cash App. You like what we're doing, you support the show. This gives you that glimmer of hope. And every week, hit the Cash App. Show us some love. $2 a week, $1, whatever. We had 810 listens on the last show on Apple, between Apple, Spotify, and the rest of them. If everybody gave $2, man, Steve could be a full-time Power of Ownership podcast dude. You know what I mean? So, everybody that listens to us, give $2, man. That'll pay for Stephen Contreras to get more into the show and have a lot more time allotted for the show. So, let's go from there. So, you like what hit the Cash App, man. The Power of Ownership Cash App. Steve, go ahead and introduce yourself, and then let's go ahead in, man. Let's just go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button.
Yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave comments during the show, and we'll answer your questions. Yeah, I'm Steven Contreras, a geologist here in Houston, Texas. Kind of like a Renaissance man, studier of the arts and the sciences. I just a lover of all knowledge, really, and I try to help people with self improvement and bettering their lives through the power of ownership. And you can find me at Steven underscore Contreras underscore 90 and Steven Contreras on Facebook.
Gotcha. Um, if this is your first time tuning into the show, what we talk about mainly is ownership of businesses and ownership of properties, intellectual property, so on and so forth. But we're the only ones bridging the gap between the seen and unseen realm. We talk occult lectures and occult knowledge to bridge the gap between the seen and unseen. So we're one of the only shows that's doing this. You got people that talk prosperity and preach prosperity. You got people that preach abundance, but you don't have anybody that tell you how to get to the root.
Mm-hmm.
Without a root, you're gonna fall. So or you got people that teach spirituality. But all right, what's the outcome?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants rewards for what they're doing. So it's the gap. So this is what we talk about. This is what we do. This is our niche.
Yeah, it's pretty special if you ask me.
Right. Yeah. Help us grow, watch us grow, so on and so forth. Again, hit the like button, hit the heart button. Follow us on YouTube. We got about 1,000 subscribers. We've been kind of stagnant. We've had 1,000 subscribers for like the last
6
couple of
months.
months. Yeah, a few months. Yeah. So we need to get to 5,000. That's the game plan. We need 5,000 subscribers before the end of the year. That's the game plan. So let's get into the meat of the show. We already promoted, and this has kind of been on my mind. And if you follow me on Instagram, my little mini blogs that I do on my posts, I always say that loyalty is royalty. And I always have especially when I close, I have a story to tell about that particular individual family. So okay, yeah, I forgot the TY on there. Yeah, let me correct that. Gotcha.
Yeah, I think this topic's going to be pretty fun if you ask me. It'll be good.
Got it. All right. Am I right now?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm typing super duper fast. But all right, loyalty is royalty. So I always talk about this on my micro vlogs and my vlogs 8, how loyalty is royalty. So I want to do a whole show about this. And it's on both sides. So on both sides of the coin, what I mean by that is that when you're a business, you have to stay loyal to your fan base and your customer. If you're chasing a certain customer and you start to neglect this other genre customer or demographic or whatever may have you, whatever type of business you're in, then it's gonna eventually collapse. If you start off with a hipster type of feel and then you try to switch it over to a corporate feel, you're gonna fail. Same thing with vice versa with consumers. If you your brand stays loyal to you, your brand does 100% of everything that it promised. Why not pay that brand? Why not break bread to have that brand keep going? So the problem is that we love the content. We love how different brands make us feel, but we don't want to spend money with them.
Yeah.
We'll absorb all the free stuff, but when it comes down to when the rubber hits the road, where's the money? Where's the cash? Support those who make you feel good, who's in your wheelhouse. Put the money in their pocket. I'll go ahead and open that up to Steve. We'll dig a little bit deeper.
Yeah, it's in nature, we talk about niches, right? Like the animal kingdoms have niches of where they grow their environment and their specialties, right? It's the same idea as like if you're targeting a general select group of customers, you want to stay loyal to those customers because that's where you're making your money. It's the same thing as in nature. The species and the animals actually start specializing in themselves, kind of like look at Australia, they're the only place on the planet where they have marsupials. So everything is a natural evolution of how you build your business with customer loyalty and what you're trying to target and things like that. When you say so, Brandon, sorry, my cat's all over the place.
Right, right. I mean, this, like I said, I think a lot of people are not understanding, and a lot of people are not getting is that you control the outcome. You control your environment, and you control your environment by everything you do, by the choices that you make, by the goods that you consume, the people you patronize, so on and so forth. I say this all the time on my vlogs is that you got to make sure the people that you're spending money with why is the same as your why. You know, you got to make sure that their goals are aligned with your goals in order for it to make sense. So why are you putting money in people's pocket that doesn't have your best interest in mind?
There's groups of people like once you become a CEO for a company, you can hold that title for any job you try to go work at. But there's like these groups of people who aren't like loyal to the companies and can't grow or be successful. And after 2 years, 3 years, they run the company to the ground and they just go find another company to run in the ground. And that's a really sad way to live, if you ask me.
Right. If you have no affection or affinity to a particular brand, then you're going to be like a locust. You're going to actually consume until that's gone, and then you're off to the next. So you have to have an affinity for that person or that brand. So what I'm trying to get people to understand is that in order for us, especially with us, with people with heavily melanated people, in order for us to be contenders in the world socio-economic platform, we have to be loyal to our brand. And brands that have the similar why that we have, and not just okay. I donated to the Black Lives Matter, so that's it. Nah, I want to see some real. I want to see some real community activism. I want to see some real stuff that you're putting in the community back. I want to see some real sponsorship of little league teams. I want to see some real sponsorships of books and backpacks and stuff like that. Stuff that really helps the community out and helps even things out. If that's not happening, then you need to find a different brand that actually is going to actually do some of the things that's going to be in line to your goals. It's counterproductive. You're dealing with we're still watching these shows. We're still watching, supporting these brands that are actually tearing our community down. Doesn't make sense. And if somebody that looks exactly like you, we're scared to spend money with them because I guess we're scared to have that person advance ahead of them or something.
Yeah, I mean, especially in the culture we live in right now, it's actually kind of scary because if all these small businesses go under, all we have left are the big corporations. And you look at not to get political, but it's just a good point to make a note of is like once you get rid of all the small businesses, all we have left are the mega corporations,
right.
And that's corporate fascism.
Right. Well, that's what we're embarking right now, and that's why
it's real scary. So we got to make sure we build that the brand back to those small businesses, those loyalties for us as customers and as business owners too.
Right. Well, like I said, that's what we're embarking right now. That's why I'm trying to get people on board of the reprogram, which is the show, which is the power of ownership. Take ownership and responsibility. Learn how to sell if you're on the ownership side. Learn how to really cater to that customer, be loyal to that customer, and be the best you within that lane. A lot of people jump lane to lane and trying to be everything to everybody. When you try to be everything to everybody, you're gonna be nothing to nobody. You can't satisfy everybody. You can't be Walmart and Neiman Marcus. It's impossible. Pick a side. In the middle is where the depth is. Either you're gonna be high end or you're gonna be the cheapest around. You're gonna roll back prices. Which one is it?
Mhm.
So stick to, be loyal to your lane and be the best at within your lane. A lot of people try, and I see this with realtors all the time. They try to market to everybody. They try, oh, I'm your, I service everybody. If you want to, first of all, you got to like those who like you. First of all, you can't, if you're reaching outside of your parameters, then you'll never get there. If you want to take over the world, you start with your block. Simple. People that look like you, smell like you, act like you, talk like you. Conquer them. Be the best, and then expand from there. Go up for referrals and build your business up from there. But again, I know I'm a niche person, like in my business. Everybody, might not like my beard. Might not like my eyebrow, whatever. But the people that do, that's in my community, they should go full force because nobody else is doing what I'm doing, and be full force behind me. And full
Yeah.
force. If you like positivity and you like um winning by way of a higher power, then there's no reason that you should be supporting any other program besides the Power of Ownership podcast. Because this is what we're all about. This is what we preach. This is what we stand for. This is what we die for. So I mean, is that Boo? Even Boo,
Dude, she's been in a mood all morning, man.
right? I mean, even Boo gave a
I
amen,
know.
gave an amen to that. So
Yeah,
you know,
she really won't talk sometimes. I'll talk to my roommates or something, and she'll be like, no, and just answer the question.
right.
It's
So
funny.
if you're driven by a higher power, um, there's no reason you shouldn't be supporting the Power of Ownership podcast, and you're pragmatic in your views. Now, if you're spooky, might be somewhere else. You might want to go to the Joel Osteens or something like that. But the pragmatist that's really, that's driven by a higher power and the overachievers, this is your show.
Yeah, I was going to say too. Yeah, it's like we want that loyalty for our viewers, and it is something that we can bridge the gap between. Like just going back to a little bit of my personal life. I was a bartender for a few years. And how that relates is because like if we didn't have our customers coming in every day or every couple days, buying food, eating the food, ordering the drinks, you know, that's how your business goes under, So
Right.
it's real important to be able to find like for example, there's a restaurant in the Woodlands called Tommy Bahamas, like the clothing brand, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like one of the only restaurants they own, and their targeted audience is 40 plus.
Right.
Unlike if there's like another place down the street in the Woodlands, Texas, there's an English bar there, and that's where everyone goes to have a drink after work.
Mm-hmm.
That's their audience. And so it's real important to be able to see who your audience is, how you're going to market to your audience, and be able to build that loyalty and that repetition for them to keep on using your product.
Right. I mean, let's talk. Let's go a little bit deeper, then we can wrap the show up because it's not gonna be too long. But it's actually more beneficial to you to stay loyal because what happens is don't forget the first principle. Is reciprocity, law of cause and effect. So it's karma. So people that are disloyal, the people that hop from chair to chair. If you're a barber, you go to let anybody cut your hair. It's going to be the same. You're going to get the same type of energy back. It just is what it is. You can't defeat these principles. These principles are innately true. And one of the seven hermetic principles, let me clarify this for those who first listen, is the law of cause and effect, or karma. So people that's disloyal will have that same energy come back at them. in one form or another. Because what happens is you can't run from yourself. The universe is all mental. It's all mental. That's another principle. So
Mentalism. Yeah.
you're gonna get what you dish out. Vice versa, you're gonna experience what you dish out. Yeah, and you can't run from it. Who you gonna run? How can you run from yourself?
Yeah, you can't. That's like the running joke, right? Try to catch the dragon. You
Right.
can't.
So you can't run from yourself. So you're gonna that energy that you put out, you're gonna get back. So how I try to walk upright is that I always try to show love to people that show love to me. I always try to um be loyal to the ones that give good service and that act like they want my business. I always try to again, I'm a Saints fan. Boom, look at my room. I've been loyal to the Saints since ever since I could remember. It just is what it is. This kind of guy I am. So the people that's um having difficulty in their life and not understanding why certain things are happening to you, you have to look at your actions. If you're disloyal to people, then this energy is going to come right back at you. It just is what it is. So you might want to just start, doing a little bit of research, finding out who you are, what your purpose is, and aligning who you interact with that purpose, and then sticking to the game plan.
Yeah. I'm try to stay on path for sure.
Try to stay on path.
You-
Now, I'm not saying never switch up, but what happens, especially with people that look like me, is that they'll have. I give you an example with Master P. Master P just came out with rice and syrup and what else? He came out with noodles and wrap snacks and all this stuff. So people like me are drilling them. What type of rice is it? Is it diet rice? Does it have low salt? Bro, it's rice.
Yeah.
So we never question, these people that for hundreds of years that was selling the rice. Most of it is plastic. If you really want to, because if you read some of the packages now, it says no plastic.
Yeah. It's made
So,
with real sugar.
right. So they're selling you all these chemicals and stuff like that. For 100 years, you never question these people that don't live in your community. But soon as somebody look like me come out with a product, you question them. You have a million and one. You give them the third degree. So this is the mentality that we have. Like, man, come on. The guy, he looks like you spend money with him. For this cuz. You know where he comes from. You know where he stands. I give you another example. And I tweeted. I mean, I put this on an Instagram post earlier this week. So we cross-examine. And I get this all the time with me and my business, which I don't mind because I'm already prepared. I know I had to be 3 times as cold just to get half of the props. It is what it is. So that's why I'm so sick with what I do. Because I know I got to be cold. I know I got to know everything like the back of my hand. If I slip even a little bit, if I make one mistake, they you don't know what you're talking about. So I have to be on point like a laser beam. So I get this a lot. So you cross-examine me, but you go to the Chinese and order your food from a bulletproof glass. Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
So these people have no intentions on. They don't even want to touch your hand. They don't even want to. What have these Chinese places done? Chinese restaurants done for our community? That money's going straight back to their community.
Yeah.
And so I know my mom used to cook some mean shrimp fried rice. So mama can get some shrimp fried rice together, and we get a black Asian fusion restaurant going in the hood, a chain of the things. Can we get that going?
Yeah. So I don't know how to cook.
I mean, I know
I'm
my
kidding.
mom
I'm kidding.
a mean shrimp fried rice. In fact, they got around the corner from me. There's these Jamaican dudes that a lot of I don't know if you know the story about Jamaica. A lot of the Asian culture, a lot of Asian people went into Jamaica and kind of settled in and kind of integrated. So they have a dash of Asian fusion in Jamaican culture. But he makes this mean shrimp fried rice, man. It's pretty good. Jamaican dude. So I know
that's pretty good.
Yeah, I know we could come up with. Can we put these people out of business, please? You know what I mean? That's crazy. We still supporting this and have no intention on reciprocating anything.
Yeah.
But yet you blindly spend your money with them.
Yeah, or you blindly spend money for the corporate heads too, right?
Right. Or the big box.
Yeah.
You know, the big box. We just wanted the big box. We do. That's another whole can of worms.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what is Walmart doing?
Yeah.
You know, I know they're cheap with Target, Walmart. You know, all of these big box stores that you like to shop at. What are they doing? Did you ask them? Do you care? Or are you just blindly giving your money? You know, and then they suck up all the resources, and then go take it outside the community wherever they're headquartered at.
And you are right how it says how you have to start with the block, you know, or your neighborhood before you can change things. Because if you look at the course of 30 years, you know, there's more healthy food now than there has ever been, right?
And that's what we think.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than it was in the '60s. That's for sure.
Okay.
At least I think so. Everything was made,
so.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't there, but I mean, I think everything was made with butter and fat, right?
Well, I mean, probably less. A lot of the chemicals probably hadn't been developed yet.
Yeah, for sure. You know, that's the paradox, right? But
right.
it's just, you know,
I think there's a lot of Franken food now. So you know.
Oh yeah, and that's we should do
plant-based chicken wings. Where does this come from?
We should do a whole show on just what our favorite foods are. I think people would like that.
I mean,
you know, just like a was it a fun show, right? Like one of those just a funny show, a gag show. That's what it is, gag.
Right. So I mean, it's so we think, man. Like I said, it's a matter of, but foods is getting expensive as hell right now, man. Have you noticed?
Oh yeah, because
I noticed the other day, like, man, you know, I'm a little bit older than you, but back in the day, you could get full off of $3. Mm-hmm. Combo was $2.99. That was the standard $2.99 fast food. $2.99, or you could go get something from the grocery store and cook it up for $3. $3 was the thing. Then when I was in high school, it was $5 to $7. You know, you get full. I noticed in 2000, I want to say the mid 2000s, it jumped to $10. You know, for a combo. Some places $12. Mm-hmm. You know, now you're looking at $20
for a good meal. Yeah,
for a good meal, $20.
Mm-hmm.
So the inflation,
$17.99, right?
Yeah. Right. So something that's good, you're looking at $17, $20 really with tax and everything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, man. So what happened is they didn't help us out at all by doing these stimulus, this $1,200, because now it shrunk the dollar even more. So dollars worth less. So you think $1 million is a lot of money? That is nothing right now. You need $5 million in order to become a real millionaire nowadays.
Yeah, just to bring it back full circle, you know, that's why a lot of the royalties, you get royalties off of major companies because you're loyal to them, you know, you own their stocks and things like that. You get the royalties, or, you get the royalties to, to name rights and things like that, royalties. I like how that word plays out, honestly. So,
right.
I guess my best advice is, I just made the joke about the gag show, but seriously, it's about staying in your own little niche. Stay in your niche, stay in your area, and you'll see how fast you can become a specialist or specialized. And that loyalty of you helping your customers will thus be cause and effect, like you said. It'll be reciprocal, and they'll help you out as well. They'll spend money with you. So
right. It all comes full circle, man.
Yeah, it is like it is like an ecosystem, though. Really, it's like it is You got full and give and take, give and take.
Right. I mean, again, it's all about instead of being. It's kind of ties into the show that we had last week. A lot of people just do stuff mindlessly, and just do things and become creatures of habit. Um, what we're trying to teach you on this particular episode is become mindful of what you're doing. Become mindful of, all right, my dollar matters. My commerce, the way I stimulate this economy. That's why they call it currency. That's why the dollar sign. I said that to you. It used to be a serpent with an arrow. It's energy with the intent, moon energy. It really matters where I give my energy, and that's a whole nother can of worms. Really, that's matters where you give your energy in relationships. Matters where you give your energy in everything that you do. So you have to be mindful of your energy. You have to guard your energy with your life because your energy is all that you are. That's all that we really are. If you boil down to it, if you shed the flesh, that's all we are: energy and intent. So why are you being a energy slut and give your energy out to everybody and give your energy out to people that don't appreciate it? So that's almost, that's being an energy whore. Make that, just like with the females, if you're going to be with that guy, make him take you to dinner first. Make him take you out and get to know you a little bit first. Why do we just give out our money and our energy to everybody that that's open for business? Okay, here you go. And we hadn't checked this person out. We hadn't checked this business out. We hadn't vetted this business. We hadn't vetted this person. You're around people that, okay, we work together, so we're gonna hang out. Yeah, I don't know who you are. Yeah, you know what I mean? So do you deserve my energy? You deserve me exchanging my energy, even with relationships, man. I used to think back in the days, like, this is how we talk crazy. And a lot of my cousins, any of my cousins that I grew up with watching the show, go ahead and comment and go ahead, amen this right here. But we were taught that the greatest thing in the world is to get females. To get as many females as you get. That was the thing. And we were taught that much about economics. We weren't taught that much about business, anything. It was just, opposite sex. And that spreading your energy out like that, not only physically it drains you, but actually it drains you spiritually as well. And I didn't find that out till later. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't understand the potency of what we're doing.
Yeah, don't waste it.
You don't understand. Yeah, the potency. One you said one climax is like running 20 miles minimum wise.
Mm-hmm.
The minerals that your body deplete.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's a whole nother topic. I mean, I can talk about that stuff for hours.
Right. But my point is that we're not loyal to. You have to be mindful of what you're doing and do stuff with intent in order to get the best results. If you're mindlessly going through life, that's on an animalistic level. Animals work off of instinct. When we get to the higher level of consciousness and when we get to a conscious being, we start mapping out and we start game planning and we start game planning for our results that we want to see achieved and we want to create. Just like, with anything, you want to get a blueprint.
Yeah.
This is what it is. But animal goes, okay, all right. Oh, food. Let me go.
Mm-hmm.
Don't check. Oh, groceries. Let me go there. It's cheap. Okay.
Yeah. Pretty much just consciously being aware of how you're spending it. You're spending your energy, right?
Right. And that's all this is about. And be loyal to the energy because your vibe is your tribe, your frequency. Be loyal to your frequency. When you try to go outside your frequency, that's when disruption comes.
Yeah, that's like that one movie. That's really good. I forgot the name, but it's awesome.
That help us out. That doesn't help us out at all.
I don't know. I'm trying
You
to
talking about
remember.
Frequencies, the movie?
Yeah, frequencies. Yeah, that's
Okay,
it.
gotcha.
Yeah. I knew you would know what I'm talking about. So.
Right, yeah. Be loyal to your frequency. Be loyal to the world that vibrate. If you're watching us, then we obviously vibrate to that frequency. You vibrate to our frequency. Those who you were talking earlier about some of your people that you're around that don't understand the show, they're not on the frequency.
Yeah.
This should be like candy to those that's on this level. This is like candy.
Yeah, seriously. Like, yeah, good medicine.
It's like it's popcorn. It's
Mhm.
it's candy. It's soda at the show. This is what it is. It goes together. But again, we're not gonna keep you too long. We're at the 35 mark. We actually went over on a rant. So let's go ahead and wrap it up. But it is what it is, man. Loyalty is royalty. Be mindful of what you're doing. And do everything with intent. And then we go from there. Let's go ahead and wrap it up. Let's start with the Cash App. If you like what you hearing, you support the show. You've been a day one fan of the show. I know it's been like a year and a half we've been doing the show. We started off out of my office and this grinding, and we evolved to this. I know we got to make some more evolutions before we get to a top-notch, heavily produced show. But I appreciate y'all watching our progress. But if you like what we're doing, go to the Cash App, $, the Power of Ownership, support. If you need a mortgage, www.hocmortgage.com. Right now, it's record lows right now as far as interest rate. So if you're not hopping on that, if you're still renting, man, if you're not getting everything together where you're buying investment properties and condos and stuff like that, and you're letting your money sit in the bank, you're hoarding, you're gonna come out the wrong end of this pandemic. I'm gonna leave it like that. www.billionaireloanofficer.com. Go ahead if you want to book us for events. You want to book us for speeches, motivational speeches, lectures, sales training. You want to book me for sales training, so on and so forth. 832-775-8357. Call me. I'm available 24/7, literally. At Billionaire Loan Officer on all social media. We need the Instagram and the YouTube up. So let's go. Steven, you can find him at good.
Steven _Contreras 90 on Instagram and Steven Contreras on Facebook. It's a hard world we live in out there, and just try to spread the love. Peace, love, and positivity goes a long way.
Don't you have an event coming up as well?
We moved it to late August. So,
gotcha. Anything else you got there?
No, just been working on just switching things up. It's been working on myself. I'm excited to see how the world will turn out in the next 6 months. So we'll see.
Well, it'll turn out however you want it to turn out.
I know it's exciting.
Right. So it's a matter of intent. If you're sitting there riding and riding the wave, you're going to be a witness. You're going to be telling your grandkids about 2020. If you do with intent, you're like, man, this is where I made my billion. This is where I made my million. So it's a matter of all of how you want to come out of it. It's going to be the biggest transference of wealth in our generation. So
maybe human history.
Yeah, the rich are gonna get richer, and the poor are gonna be spectators. And the poor are gonna get poorer, and it might be the end of the middle class. So they're gonna be rich or poor people. Period. So it is what it is. The middle class is already diminishing. So what side do you want to be on? You want to be on the side where you have to have food cards and you got a certain amount of groceries for the week, or are you going to be the one that has the delivery every week for the groceries, whatever you want? So
yeah,
which one do you want? So you grind now, have a purpose now, and build it up right now, and stop, don't wait, and go from there. All right, so let's go ahead and wrap it up. Again, don't forget that God is a verb, and personal responsibility is your only savior. And the last thing, don't forget three type of people, man. Millionaires, billionaires, and witnesses. Which one will you be? With that,
Peace.
say peace.